Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some Autonauts. We are starting an hour later because life just happens sometimes, and especially since I just moved house, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, and I was hoping it'd all be done by 5 p.m. today, but it just ran over and I just had no choice. I could have left the stream till tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm busy as well, so we're going to do it a little bit later today, but we are still going to do it. And yeah, let's actually have a look. I think we got to the point where we're pretty much ready to go with these guys. We got to get the door frame and the window frame made, which is going to be a pain, but that's fine. And then the actual food is ready to go. We've pretty much got all the prerequisites done, I guess you could say. So let's just go through the checklist. So with toys, we've got to get some of this going. No, just the ones that are actually built. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you always try and put the arches down first because that kind of works a bit better. So yeah, toy station. So we've got all the prerequisites. So we've got wool somewhere, don't we? I could have sworn we were collecting fleeces. Oh, here they are. Fleece storage. Give me. Let's. I want to double check that we've actually got everything, but yeah. So thread we've got somewhere over here. Yep, there's thread. Wool blankets we're going to be making over here. You make wool and then you make the wool blankets and you put them there. Wooden buttons, that's easy, and then straw we've got over there. So that's that. The clothing, we got the toga, the bulrush cloth, and the string, and we've got the string over here, so that's fine. And then I think that's just food, and we've got the honey here, and we've got the stewed berries here, so that's fine. So okay, all our prerequisites are done. We just have to grab a whole buttload of bots and actually start throwing them at this process. But before we start doing that, we really need to get, really need to get some windows and doors made. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some temporary bots. You can do. So you are going to be grabbing some poles until your hands are full and whacking them there until your hands are empty. And we'll do most of the ingredients here. And you are going to do fixing pegs. So we'll get all of the more, how do you put it? The thing you need a lot of, because we need 5 window frames. Actually, do we need 5? No, we need 10 window frames, so that's a lot of pegs. So we'll get bots to do that, but for things like the square frames, we'll get a bot to do panels as well, because panels are a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna bother with hands full or hands empty. Just go over there, just grab one, move it. How does a door frame need a panel? How does a window frame need a panel? Look, all you need for a window frame is a square frame, and then you're done. I mean, am I right or am I right? You just, all right. You can be panels for this one. And you can be logs for this one. It's nice to see our wood is looking so healthy. It may go down a little bit while we're making these door frames, but then again, I'm not going to get bots doing everything here. Alright, we need a fixing peg guy for you as well. Yeah, that's quite interesting. My video has been going for 5 minutes and 33 seconds, and my average view duration is 5 minutes and 32 seconds, but I've got 0 views. So, I don't know how that's... It's calculating the average view duration when there's nobody watching this video. But I suppose when people actually start watching it, that'll sort itself out. But anyway. Okay, so we need 10 window frames. So I'm just going to do this bit myself, because I think I can carry some of these. I don't know why I'm not doing a bot for this. I just don't want there to be any extra lying around. Any extra door frames or window frames. I don't think you ever need them ever again. Actually, you probably do need them for like later buildings, but whatever. That's 8, and then we need 2 more. And let's just go back to that. So we need another 10 square frames for the doors. And I hate how my guy has to stand there and bloody make the thing, even though there's 3 other bots there who could be doing it, but all good. All good. It's kind of, it's like almost therapeutic, I guess, like when you do your own gardening instead of hiring somebody else to do it, it's almost therapeutic, because even though you could get somebody else to do it, you're kind of getting your hands dirty, that sort of thing. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just a little bit therapeutic because I'm actually doing the work. I'm going to keep telling myself that. Alright, anyway. You are within range, but it's these paths. These paths just take so much stone. Are we waiting? Oh, we do kind of want a path here, actually. That path leaves a lot to be desired, but we do need one for moving wool over, so we'll keep that going. There you go. And okay, that's going to take a while. Let's just move them down here. I can start putting them in there. I know we could get robots to do all this, but it is what it is. Oh, you could chuck it in even when you can't actually reach the entrance directly. You don't have to go around the long way. That's nice. Okay. There we go. That's the... that should be the end of that building. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Beautiful. So we're going to get 3 cottages done here, and then we can start moving the colonists over to it. I was about to say we could start moving the Autonauts, but I think I'm the Autonaut, not these little guys. Can't delete these buildings with the little bludgers on them, so we just have to move them off manually. Thankfully, we've only got a few of them. Only got 5. Oh, whoops. See, that looks so much like a window that I actually tried to just throw it directly on the building, but of course it didn't work. Alright, did I mess this up? I'm not sure if I messed this up. Are we not going to have enough windows? I could have sworn I calculated it correctly, but I don't think we're going to have enough windows. Oh, no, there's 2 here, so we should have enough. Should have enough. Alright. And there's a last door frame and... Oh, I can't remember which one is going to which one, but... We'll stop them all in a second. We just need... Well, we need... Where's the peg? Oh, okay, pegs are falling over. Look how quickly! 5 minutes ago I was saying, oh, wood is doing so well. And then now pegs are dead, poles are on their way out, planks are looking a little bit low. There's just these panels and these square frames, they kill. They absolutely destroy your wood supply. And now we're waiting for pegs, or we'll probably be waiting for pegs for the next 10 minutes because we've probably got like 50 robots sitting there, all waiting for pegs. And meanwhile, this bloody builder robot for stone is just the slowest bot in the history of all bots. Look at him just casually... Oh man. I would like to say I should have gone for Mark III robots, but then again, if I had done that, then this wood would be even worse. This wood situation would be even worse. Alright. Okay. All we need... So you guys can all stop. All we need is this guy. Structural workbench 6, yeah. So you guys can come over here. And you can drop whatever you're doing and then go over there. We'll recycle this panel back into storage. And that'll probably save us another 5 minutes of woodworking productivity because panels are just so insanely expensive and whatever with the rest of them. And now you can stop. You can stop. Stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop it. Just stop it. Alright, beautiful. And that's our last window frame. And now we can go ahead and put those lazy little colonists into their new homes once we finish building this. And I don't know, I reckon we can get a lot of those bots done pretty quickly. So yeah, I think we're looking very good here. Let's get these lazy little slobs. I mean, look at them just sort of sitting there. Okay, they are going to produce some level 1 love here because some of them still had food in them. Maybe next time we rotate around we can stop giving them food first, like really, really early, and then leave the other ones going. Yeah, look at this, just need square frames, but alright. Let's get some cabins going. We'll put it like this, 2, 3, no, 4. Thank God Control Z just works in this game. Alright, so select colonists. If you select the group, it actually shows you all the different areas. Okay, so they look pretty good. We're going to have to redo these guys anyway, but get them back onto there. Thank you very much. You've evolved. Congratulations. Now you're even fatter and lazier than you were before. Okay, another wonderful achievement. A wonderfully unskippable achievement. There we go. Thank you very much. Get over there and let's move on. Now these guys will stop producing this annoying level 1 love because whatever, we're just going to leave it there for now. We might chuck it into the giant stone head later. We might get a researcher to do something with it later. I don't know. It's kind of a waste to do it at this point, but whatever. Alrighty. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to give you some wooden floors. I don't think we need this because we got the wooden buttons over here, but yeah. Alright, you can be my wooden button maker. And we're going to continue our trend of not actually putting stuff in chests unless we really have to, which is quite fun. Alright. Actually, no, you know what? we're going to leave wooden buttons to last because we need this whole thing to start repairing itself to get back into scratch, and it's going to take a little while. Panels are getting back. They are slowly getting back, but they're going to take a little while. So we'll work on something else while we wait for wood to sort of fix itself up. Let's work on wool. So you're going to remove all of your existing stuff. Repeat until hand's full. Add to spinning wheel until hand's empty. Times 3. Repeat until... There we go. So that is maker. And then again, this is our particular build to not need a chest, because not needing a chest actually saves your bot, because you don't need to store a bot because you're not putting it in a chest, you're just making it. But this guy will make, I'm not sure how much fleece they can actually hold in their hand, but if say they can hold 4, they'll make 12 at a time of this, and that's a decent little cache that we can work with. So I'll probably start using this a lot more. Okay, and this is wool blanket maker. Pick it all up until your hand's full, but cancel if there's only a little bit. Hands empty. And again, I don't think we really need this pallet. I'm not actually gonna use this pallet. We're just gonna do times 3 again. Repeat until not empty. Alright. Go for it. And then you're going to be putting it in the toy station. And I think I probably will put these into chests. Well, put them into a chest closer over here. Closer over here, I guess. Is this too close? Is this going to mess with anything else? I don't want to put it too close because then it's going to be harder to make the next level of toys. And the next level of toys require the previous bit of toys and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, this is going to be a bit complicated because toys require a lot of ingredients. Okay. Until hand's full. And you're just going to go over there and dump it until hand's empty. Repeat until not empty. Make what are you actually making here? Alright, so we're going to call that PP for plush pony, so we don't get it confused with the rest of everything else. Okay. I always get lost. Alright, thread we've got over here somewhere, which we do actually have in a chest, which is nice because we need to move it a long way, so it's good that it's in a chest. Okay. That straw is going to be interesting because we need quite a lot of that. Oh God! Just when I'm typing in the bloody name, has to go and do this annoying crap. Please go away. Make a thread. Alright. And straw. Yeah. Straw is a bit far away. We could put a path here. That would make this a lot easier. We already have a path here, so we might put another path here. But then again, these paths are just so expensive. And they take so long to build. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, let's go ahead. Okay, we're starting to actually get some fixing. I say that, there's one in there. There's one. Okay, one is all we need to write this program. Hands full. Give me some wooden buttons, please. Till hands empty. Times... I'm going to do this times 4. Okay. And then... till hands full. I'm not going to put a drop in there. We'll just keep doing it until there's... because there's always going to be some there. Hopefully. And if there's not some there, it's going to be because the fixing pegs are dead. In which case, we're just going to wait. Okay. Wooden buttons. And that should be it. That should be all of them. All of the guys we need. Yeah. What am I looking for? PP maker wool. Oh. You need a loop around you. Otherwise you'll just stop. Alright, we're gonna make a PP store. I don't feel great about it, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, you know what? No, we're not going to. We're not going to make a PP store. We're going to make a... what's it called? Folk Toys. And we're just going to do that. Now this is going to be a bit slow. So we may have to do something about this, but it's probably, if it's really slow, then what we're going to do is we're just going to make more paths. Or potentially we might add a second bot or something, but I'm not going to set up a transport route because that's just going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. How's our rough stone block doing? We haven't finished this off because we're full, but that'll change pretty shortly. Okay. Hands empty. Okay. And that's toys done. Toys. We're going to put you in the toys group. The wooden button maker goes in woodworking. The wool blanket and wool goes in the clothing group. I mean, technically we're not using it for clothing yet, but it's a cloth. It's a cloth, so we put it in the clothing group. It makes sense. Alright. Let's have a look here. We got a lot of stories in here. Alright, if we start running out of bots, we're going to start scaling back all these stories. But going forward, we're going to try not to create any new stories. Alright, so you just need Toga. You're just going to grab it directly off this. And grab until hands full. Times 2. Repeat until not empty. What is this we're making anyway? Robe. Robe maker toga. Alright, so we can go back up to clothing and the toga storer. Just... You know what? Come over to here. Drop all your stuff. Beautiful. Alright. You can do something else instead. You can go and robe maker cloth. Probably could have reused that program, but whatever. It's relatively quick to add a new one. And then what do we need here? String. We've got a big old pile of string over here, which is nice and high, so that's great. Pit hands full, and just chuck it in there, and that'll give us some robes. And again, I don't think we're going to use this chest. I mean, I'm not sure what the if it's necessary to really cache these guys too much. I don't think it is. Let's go colonist, folk clother. So we have to fix all sorts of stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna. Alright, come over to me. Over. Drop every. Where are you? Oh, I didn't go directly onto my spot, and now it's... Okay, you are useless and annoying, and look at all the crap that somehow got in your code path. Alright. I don't know why I'm doing it until hands full, but whatever. Whatever. We have to redo it anyway, because... Until hands empty. Because it's a stone cottage versus a log cabin. Like if we go fog feeder, it's log cabin. So you can't just change where they get the food, you have to actually change where they're putting these guys in. So we got the toys, and we got the clothing. But they've still got old food. So until we give them new food, they're just going to be producing crap. Well, not crap, but they're going to be producing stuff. Old hearts, which is okay, because we've got these... the researcher and the love collector are going to be continuing to use this stuff. Continuing to pick it up. Having said that, it would be really nice... Well, I mean, eventually they'll run out of food, but if we could overload their food instead, that would be nice. I didn't put any buckets near here, did I? I don't think I did. I don't think I put any local bucket storage anywhere around here. I think they're all just... No, I did. I swear to God. Yeah, okay, it's over there. All right. I'm not sure that's actually better than the main bucket storage over there. I mean, it's... local-ish. It's very local-ish. I'm guessing this guy, if we go over to cooking, I'm guessing water collector, crude bucket storage. Thank you very much for the interruption. That's exactly what I wanted. Another variant on Mark II robots. Go away. Yeah, crude bucket storage too. Okay, so he's going over there. Oh, look at all this building we're doing. We're actually doing a whole bunch of building. Alright, let's get this path going. So we'll want a path here, and we'll want another path here, and maybe some paths going up there. All right. So I know I was complaining about paths before, but we really do want a lot of paths. So I'm just going to keep these guys going in the background. I mean, sand is infinite, stone is infinite. These builder bots are just taking their sweet ass time to actually make all this stuff, but it's all good. Don't need that. That we can just fix ourselves, actually. Create a very nice stack here. And we're recycling some crates as well. Alrighty. We'll get rid of that. We don't really need it. Okay. So. Why is this empty? There's 2 buckets there. One of them has mortar in it. Oh, that must have been me. I did something stupid. Okay. Let's go ahead and stick that in the giant stone head. Tools, bucket storer. What's your deal? Drop whatever you're doing. Ah, yes, he had a bucket of mortar. God knows how long that's been screwing that system up. Okay. It's my own fault. I just started chucking... I was recycling the buckets, but you do not want to recycle the buckets when they've got mortar in them, because that just throws the entire system into whack. Alright, where was I? This is probably going to take a little while to recover. Okay, let's do the other one first. Find stew berries, repeat until hands full. Times 4 until not empty. BJ maker. I think that's SWB. There's spice berries and stewed berries. So yeah, I think this is SWB and then this is BJ. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we're just waiting on the bucket. That's all we're waiting on is the bucket. I'm going to go help this guy out a bit. Because obviously the guy making the buckets is... Well, there's a separate bucket maker, but he can only go so fast. And there's so many guys waiting for a bucket. So we'll go help him out a little bit. I'm actually going to pick up 3, so we get rid of this very silly sort of bucket half-made sort of thing, which happened because when I first coded up the bucket maker, obviously I only sent 1 wood across, and then he's just been doing 4 wood for the rest of time. Okay, now we should be good. Okay, code up a bucket. If hands empty, go grab a bucket. And... repeat until held object full, and then put it in here until held object empty. And the reason we do the held object full and empty is because later on we get bigger buckets. Okay, BJ maker honey. It's the most innocent robot name you have ever heard. Okay, cooking. Let's go ahead and... So we don't need a stewed berry storer anymore because we're not doing that. Oh, damn it. I meant you to move and then drop it. But we got a bucket. Is it empty? Yes, it is. All right, we can drop it back. And then the colonist feeder, we're going to have to redo you from, not entirely from scratch. All right. Okay. Find berry jam and just give it to a colonist. Ooh, oh, it's so slow. It looks really slow, and that's because it is, but the higher the level of the food, the longer it takes for these colonists to actually go through it. So with just 5 of these guys, they will take ages to go through this food. All right, it's fine. We're just going to reuse that chest later on. Okay, so this guy will start producing some level 4 love now. Level 4 love should get us one of these annoying achievement things, which will allow us to upgrade the research station so we can actually start researching stuff. And I'm going to start chucking all this level 1 love in the bin because it's just, I mean, it's completely useless at this point. Although we could save it for art later on, but that's way down the line and I don't want it just clogging up everything. And the level 3 love, which we've got lying around, we will use that for research because we might as well. Okay, where's that? It's in here somewhere. Ah, it's this one. Oh, and we get the skateboard from that as well. Okay, so we've got 1k love made. Excellent. What are you doing? Drop. Okay, he still has some crap in his hand. That's fine. We'll go. Well, while we're waiting for. No, actually, nothing's going to happen because this frog feeder isn't doing anything. Because he's all right. You know what? We're going to have to take some out of this. Okay, all right. This is. All right, you stop. You stop. I'm going to yank some out of this. You can just pause for a second. So we get this guy doing some feeding. So we actually get the achievement. That is a huge chunk of love right there. That is 1k. It gets a whole lot bigger. I think it eventually gets up to 1 million or 100,000 or something like that. So it starts to see a huge amount of love just all over the place. Alright. We'll get this out of the chest. I'm not sure if we're going to do this for everything, but like the spiced berries, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother. But later on, we'll start to... How much? 25 per chest. That's a huge amount. Alright, well, anyway. That'll keep us going for quite a while. And I am putting them all in the right space, aren't I? Yes, it looks like I am. Alright. Done. So... Pinned plans. So the only actual achievement academy things I actually care about is these ones, but yeah. There we go, there's another one about to be done. And I wish I knew what the next research took, because hopefully it doesn't suddenly require some crazy resource that we haven't made, like shaped blocks. Or mortar. Well, actually, we've got mortar, don't we? We did make mortar, but something mortar related, like clay bricks. I don't think we got clay bricks yet. It's probably going to be something crazy like clay bricks. that we could make it. We just haven't made it properly yet. How are we looking anyway? We got one pony there. Let's double check the toys. If you make wool. You know what? I'm going to get you to do this 3 times. Just for the hell of it. I mean, I did that for all the other ones, right? Like clothing, the robe maker, cloth, string and toga. Yeah, you did it twice. Okay, so 3 times is not too bad. And then for the cooking, you can go out. You don't need to be in that group anymore. Ah, thank you very much. We can finally get our skateboard. Not that I've really been needing the skateboard. It's the better backpack, which I really want. Oh, God. Now that's giving me achievement. It's just giving me all over achievements. I do not care about this commemorative slab. I have never cared about it. It's just annoying as all hell. Yeah, 4 times. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Look at that giant stack. That is beautiful. All right, researcher. Let's pump this up. You gotta be crapping me. What am I missing? Research. I could have sworn that would unlock it. Research. Station level 4. Yeah. Well, it doesn't require much. That's good. Stage 5. Village. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't know. This is a... I mean, we've got level 3. Abrasion apparatus. We've done that, right? I mean, we've done all the researches. Unless we missed some stupid bit of research. No. So this is locked. These are all done. What's this abrasion apparatus? I mean, we could do that probably, but I'm not sure that we need to. Mining, metal ore, official planning, transportation. Huh. We skipped the tutorial, but I don't care about that. Okay, abrasion apparatus I think is the last one we did. Okay, how do we upgrade this? This is the most annoying thing. Okay, I'm lost. It should have unlocked stage 5 village. Well, we're at stage 5 village. And we're producing tons of this 1K love. I don't know exactly what it is. Is it we have to put some of this crap in a chest? Is it one of those things? I mean, it's not saying it anywhere, but the last time that's what it was. I actually had to put some of it in a chest. No, that's 10 of it. There's 10 of it in a chest. Nothing's happening. I mean, it's not a game-breaking bug, because I've definitely done this before. Stage 5. God, don't tell me we have to do all these things. These annoying things like metal ore mined. And this, I do not need transportation in the slightest. That is shaped stone block made. All right, let's just do them. All right, shaped. What a pain in the ass. Shaped stone block, masonry bench. We got a few masonry benches lying around. Let's grab one of these. Cancel manufacture. It's going to drop all that crap on the ground. Flooring required to operate. Blah 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 blah. Shape stone block. How many did we need? 3. And what were the other things? Transportation and metal ore mining. Metal ore mining is not too hard. We could actually start setting a bot up to actually do that, which wouldn't be a bad idea because we're going to need it eventually. We might as well just have one bot. Thank you. And that bot can do stuff for us. Oh, thank you for another commemorative slab. Stage 5 shelter complete. Can I get some research? No. Alright. I assume your hands are already empty, but whatever. Alright, we're going to be using crappy old picks, but I really don't care. If hands empty... And just start mining everywhere. Jesus, that takes a long time. A lot of it's due to the pick, but then again, metal is just slow to mine. Really slow. The irony is to get a better mining pick, you actually need metal. But, of course, to make those, we probably need the next research level. Alright, you're just going to go forever. Alright, so that takes care of that one. And then transportation, vehicle, assembly building, which we are absolutely 100% not going to be using. Where is the damn thing? It's over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Vehicle assembly building. Alright, go ahead and build it. Log, square frame, and panel. I'm pretty sure I didn't make any builder bots for square frames and panels because I'm not crazy. And so we're just going to have to... You know what? I'm going to drag this over here and do it myself. Oh, I think I did do square frames. I think I did do a square frame builder. Not a panel one though, but... Okay. Yeah, there we go, square frame, but not a panel. Oh, I did do a builder panel. Oh my god, why did I do that? Anyway, whatever. It's done. So eventually that'll get built up and then we got to start building these crude wheelbarrow and crude wheelbarrow used. What does used mean? Does that just mean moving around with it or just selecting it? Anyway, the metal ore is slowly going up. Of course it requires doors and walls. And of course we don't have enough. You know what? You don't need floors anymore. What do we got for walls? Decent amount. Oh, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. Of course. Alright, go ahead. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build this one myself. And get it done. Alright. So, crude wheelbarrow, which even when I use transportation, I never use this thing. but we'll build it anyway. And pretty much, all right, so the idea behind these transportations for pretty much all of them is that you kind of, I don't want to say you hold it in your hand, but you hold it in your hand. There's really no other way to sort of say it. You hold it, you equip it like a tool, and then when you walk around, you're walking around with this wheelbarrow in front of you. It's kind of like a mobile chest. And for some reason this, I guess one crude wheel kind of makes sense when you look at it. But yeah, it's like a mobile, it's basically a mobile chest. So you have one bot that you tell to walk, just move from spot to spot, and then it moves to one spot and it waits until the wheelbarrow is full, and then it moves to another spot and waits until the wheelbarrow is empty. And you need separate bots to actually take stuff out and remove stuff. And it seems kind of silly, but the thing is, as the game goes further, you start to have these things and the bots just take ages to move around with them. Like, they're so incredibly slow because these are so heavy. And somehow one bot carrying one of those things takes 1,000,000 years to get anywhere, but one bot pushing around a wheelbarrow with like 7 of those things in it just zips around at full speed, which I don't understand the thermodynamics, or is it thermodynamics? Thermo something or other. Anyway, it's probably actually the thermo is heat, isn't it? The mechanics of it, whatever. I'm trying to sound smart, but I'm not doing a very good job. The point is, it makes no sense whatsoever, but it is what it is. Crude wheelbarrow made, crude wheelbarrow used. The irony is I have to actually, so you control click, and then you control right click. That didn't do anything, did it? Alright, get over here. Is this working? No, it's not working. It's not working at all. How? Why am I not counting up the used thing? Alright. This is very, very, very annoying. Alright. Alright. Thank you very much for that annoying little achievement. Go away, go away, go away. Alright. You want to go ahead and pick up... Oh! Now it's starting to flag it. Alright. So you are going to... See, even when you tell it to drop, it won't drop it. And I don't actually know how to stop, how to get this wheelbarrow off this bloody thing. You have to make another wheelbarrow to actually be able to tell it to let go of the damn thing. Bloody thing is just really, really driving me crazy at this point. Really, really is. I think we've spent like 20 minutes just trying to get all of this annoying stuff done. What if I just pick... I can't pick you up. I can't do anything with this wheelbarrow. This bot just has it hold down and just... just will not let it go. Bot trade. It's not even showing up in its inventory. Alright, well, we're going to have to create another wheelbarrow so we can... basically, so we could tell this dumb bot to let go of the existing wheelbarrow it's got, because I don't know of any other way to get it to release the wheelbarrow other than by having a wheelbarrow and then recording the instruction to not have the wheelbarrow anymore. Which is really, really annoying. It's another reason why I don't like these wheelbarrows, because they have their own logic, and the logic they have just sucks. It's like an inventory item that they just can't put in their backpack. They can't, yeah, you can't drop it, can't let go of it. You can't go up to a bot and just say, you know, let go of the damn wheelbarrow. You can't. There's no option for it. Like, drop everything. It's just going to keep holding on to that wheelbarrow. It's going to hold on for dear life. It's never going to let it go. Cranks. Might as well grab 4 poles. We can use 2 here and put the other 2 in here. And here's a trick. Cancel that. And there's my log for the crude axle. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And we're getting so much of this really good love. That's, yeah. There's just so much of it just piling up everywhere. Okay. Alright, you dumbass. Disengage. Okay. I wonder if you could add... You can't even add disengage specifically if you like go into the menu. You can do drop all, you can't do disengage. Because that would be okay if you could manually tell it. Alright. We need to, if... Alright. Is this going up? 3 out of 10. Alright. I don't understand what it means by used. Crude wheelbarrow used. Alright. Get over here. I'm going to put some stones in this wheelbarrow. It's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. You know what we need? I think we need... No, sorry, I don't need you. I've already got you. Come over here. Get over here. Alright, we need another bot to pick up stone. Hands full. And then find a wheelbarrow and throw it in them. Till hands empty. Okay, go. Go. Hopefully that... Okay, it's up to 7 now. Whoever came up with this simple transport network academy thing just really, really should have explained what they wanted. Because crude wheelbarrow used, it means so many different things. I'm guessing that this just means this. Right. Is that what it means? Now we're up to 8. Now we're up to 9. Now we're up to... Okay, we're done. Finally, we're done. Okay, that... I'm going to be honest, that just pissed me off. That whole thing. That just really pissed me off. I mean, the fact that we had to do it was annoying. The fact that it was just so painful and so non-intuitive was even worse. Alright. Okay, so healthcare is next. Whoop-de-doo, it's going to be quite a long time before we get to healthcare. Alright, now. You. Just run? Okay. Get these stones the hell out of here. Get this wheelbarrow jam it over there. Get it out of the way. I don't want any bots going anywhere near it ever again. And the other one as well. And you guys can stop. Stop. Go over here, drop everything you're doing, and stop. Okay. Drop what you're doing, stop it. And we've got more stones in here, don't we? We're definitely not running out of stones anymore, so that's one thing. Part of me wants to just throw these wheelbarrows in the stone head. I'm not going to quite do that yet, because we might need it later on. But even then, if we decide we need it later on, we're probably better off using a better cart. Anyway, that's all done. We can take some deep breaths now because we've got this horrible, 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 annoying little academy achievement. But what are you doing, you idiot? Get over there and get rid of the wheelbarrow. Just randomly running across, you still got the wheelbarrow in your hand. It's just so annoying. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Rough stone block. Get me some rough stone blocks. I mean, and look at how much of this 1k love we've just built up. Alright. So, colonist, love collector, you can keep going. You're still doing the old 100 love, but we can keep using that for a little while. Alright, it's too much love, it's getting in the way. Alright, you don't need to be there anymore. We actually do need some stone. Okay. 4. And once again, like the previous tiers, the research is probably going to go pretty quickly. So we just need to... we just need to sort of prioritize the research that we want first, that we want to push through to get first, so that we can start setting things up ahead of the next research tier. And how close are we to the end of the game? That's a very interesting question. Alright, thank you. Thank you very much. Stage 6 technology. Oh, you're not going to give me another commemorative BS on my commemorative BS statue? How nice of you. Alright. I'm going to get this just because cut grass is annoying as all hell. Although I think we do actually have it in a chest, but whatever. We'll just get it anyway. Get it out of the way. Right, let's actually have a look at the research. So, windmill is for power, which is nice. Clay station, basic smelting, which leads to crude metal tools. We could start heading towards these. We don't need to. Bench saw is actually huge because instead of one log making 2 planks, one log now makes 3 planks. It takes power, but power is great because it doesn't require any bots to run it. It requires a ton of bots to make it, like we will destroy our wood stockpile 10 times over trying to make the windmills that we need, but once you've got it, it just runs and it's just beautiful, and we can have massive wind farms all over the place. But yeah, getting them will be a pain in the ass, but bench saws will mitigate a huge amount of our wood problems because everything goes from a 1:2 ratio to a 1:3 ratio through the whole thing. So crude metal tools, nice, but we need to set up a lot of metal to get that done, but eventually, nice. Where's our... We need to look for the good buckets. Good buckets will be nice. Bigger storage is also nice, but then again, having extra cache. Dairy farming, I think, is necessary. Next level of food. Structural parts, just another way to destroy our wood. Basic baking, better. So a lot of these later ones, like textiles, more fun, basic medicine, brick housing, we need for the extra research. But I guess we'll see how we go. All right, researcher. You're still working with the old love. Excellent. Love collector. Okay, so we need home fixer. This is one of the things I like, because you go from planks to stone. You got this incredibly complicated process to create these stone cottages. No, that's not what I want. But in the end, all you just need is basic stone. So that's kind of a nice thing to sort of throw at you. They could have said like stone blocks. They could have said doors or windows. They could have been really, really mean about it, but they just said no, just stone. Later on, you do start to need some advanced stuff, but I don't think you ever need anything like door frames or windows or anything like that. But you do start to need like these shaped stone blocks and bricks and stuff like that. So anyway, that'll take care of these guys. You can see all of these are 1k and this research is 5k. So research goes quick. It goes really, really quick. All right. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do... There's nothing that we really need at the moment. But I think we are going to have to get some metal going a little bit. Like metal working is going to be the next big thing. Like some of these, like the bench saw requires a crude metal plate. This requires crude metal. So we have to start making crude metal to do some of these researches. I don't know if these two are actually required for the next level of science. Let's get out of this menu. Let's go have a bit of a squiz and have a look at the next level of gear. So medical leech, clay jars are easy, fresh water, and leeches we just get them via a swamp, but we need a hand net, which is not too easy. Hand nets are easy to make. Box frame is a massive pain. It's like panel version 2 in terms of the resources it needs. It's just pain. It's going to destroy our wood even further. Good wheel is not too bad, although I think it requires... No, it doesn't require a panel. Okay, awesome. This thing requires 2 square frames. It's not too bad, but it's still quite heavy. Clothing. So require a coat. Yeah, require a coat. Borash thread, easy. Wooden buds, easy. Borash cloth, easy. So this continues to be easy. Although, having said that, sewing station, you know what? That's not too bad. We should double check what the actual buildings require, because that... Alright, shaped stone block, we already got a few of those. Good gears require panels. Okay, so that's not too bad. That's just the same building, the toy maker. And the sewing station, easy. And then food. This is where things start to get a bit hectic, because we have to make raw berry pies and then actually cook them. So we need the large clay dish, which is in a kiln, which I think we've already got sorted out. Large raw clay dish, good clay station. Nothing we can't handle. Oh, I hate how it does that. I need to go back to a previous menu, but it won't let me. Anyway. Large clay dish, crude oven, easy. The pastry is going to be probably the biggest pain, because we need butter, which we need from milk, and milk requires cows. So we're going to need to get some cows going. Flour is not too bad. We just need some seeds, and we've already got seeds, to be honest. Yeah, cereal seeds. We've got a bunch of them over here. So we're going to have to start cutting this down a bit more so we can get our seeds up instead of just relying on straw, but that's not too bad. So I think milk is going to be the biggest pain, and it was the same thing with my Enlightenment playthrough. Milk was a massive, massive pain. But then again, we don't need much of it, so we should be okay. Okay, this is slowly ticking down. It's down to 94 as we continue the research. So yeah, metal. Metal is going to be our next pain, I think. We don't require... Actually, no. What we just proved is we don't really require it for research. We are going to eventually need it for research, but for now, We don't require it for research. Okay, that's a nice bit of path. Actually, what I might do is we might just do this. There we go. Hopefully some bots will start to use that. Where's my home fixer? Of course you've got crap in your hands, don't you? Of course you do. Well, at least it's some crap that we can recycle. Oh, look at that. Wood has fixed itself up again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so I think at this point we just focus on research. This is going to take a little while for it to cycle through, but I'm going to let it cycle through. I'm going to let it smooth away all of that 100 love, and then we'll start processing the 1000 love in there. And then we'll just go nuts on the research. All right, so let's have a look at the research, see if there's anything crazy. All right, those 3 are easy. Metal box frame. All right, here we go. Good bucket. Where do we get that from? Because I really want that. Construction technology. Really? Really? A good bucket. Look, there's 3 types of buckets. There's a crude bucket, there's a good bucket, and there's a metal bucket. Now, we've already started metalworking. So you're going to tell me that you're only going to unlock me a good bucket? I can't believe it. Who decided to do this? Okay, so the crude bucket is 1, the good bucket is 3, and the metal bucket is 5. We unlock the metal bucket here, and we unlock the good bucket here. Who decided that? I mean, look, Enlightenment mode was the original mode, and I think that was very well balanced, but I think when they did settlement mode, they kind of threw things all over the place, and maybe things didn't land properly, because having the good bucket cost more research than the metal bucket is kind of... We may just skip straight to the metal bucket at this point. Get some basic smelting working, and that'll be fine. I think maybe that's the plan. We start to skip to some metal. Now, having said that, metal is a little bit of a pain, and not just because it takes ages to mine. Okay, let me just go through the process of making metal for you guys. So let's say metal pickaxe or metal bucket. We'll start with a metal bucket. Requires crude metal plate, which requires crude metal. You chuck that in a crude furnace, metal ore in a crude furnace to make crude metal. Now this requires charcoal. It doesn't run on coal or wood or anything. It requires charcoal for fuel. And charcoal is annoying. Actually, it's not that annoying. It's just logs plus charcoal. Really? Really? I could have sworn coal figured into this. Where does coal figure in? In Enlightenment mode, you absolutely needed coal to start metal. Here, you just use charcoal. I think... Alright, so I think this crude furnace and then a good furnace... Is that the one that actually requires coal to feed it? Or is it producing... I could have sworn that producing the metal. Yeah, crude metal. No, it just requires charcoal. Okay, maybe it's a lot easier to do it in settlement mode. Enlightenment mode, you have to start doing, yeah, a lot of other crap. Sorry, I'm just reading an SMS somebody sent me. It's nothing. Roof tiles. Yeah, we'll get into those. They're used for like castles and big houses and stuff like that. All right, don't worry about it. Okay, so the good thing about that is it means we can get into metal a bit faster because we don't need coal I thought we needed coal, and coal is always... Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a bit tired. Coal is always very hard to find. And that was going to be my Achilles heel for making metal. It's all the way over here. Look at that. 2 all the way over there. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the only 2 on the entire map. But we don't need to worry about those, so we don't need some sort of long train to get them, which is nice. Okay, beautiful. Well, that's that problem solved. So the thing is, all the metal places require power. And power requires windmills? Kind of. You can also make it with water wheels, but water wheels are still extremely expensive, and you have to put them in a very specific place in order to get them working. So yeah, things are going to start to slow down. So I think at this point we just focus on research. So we got a few things that we need to sort of focus on, and I should almost make a list of this, but yeah. So medicine, dead easy. This one, box frames, otherwise dead easy, but box frames are not too bad. Dead easy. Food, we need these large clay dishes, but they're pretty easy. Milk and flour, so we might need to expand the flour a bit, but the main thing is going to be the milk. And then buildings, but this will all just require, I don't know, weird crap, maybe bricks. Anyway. So yeah, it's not too bad. So we're on, I think our 2 main things that are kind of potentially going to be a pain are milk and metal. And we don't strictly need metal for research, but metal is kind of our next gateway. Like wood was our very first gateway, and wood was huge. And we got over it, and then that let us do everything else. Metal is going to be the same thing. Metal is going to give us level 4 robots, the Mark III robots, which I think we are going to take the plunge and actually upgrade them to. Metal is going to give us better tools, which means that the tools are going to last 2-3 times as long as they usually do, which is going to cut down a lot of the time that our robots spend going back and forward. So I think metal is going to be huge. So I think a nice little metal setup over here. But again, to get metal, we need power. To get power, we need huge wood, spending huge amounts of wood on windmills and stuff like that, which is... yeah, it's going to be huge, but we're just going to have to deal with it. And this should only take 5 researchers, but it's taking so long because we're using up all the old love. It's still 100. I would have thought it would be a lot quicker than this, but anyway. So yeah, all right. Well, I think what we've decided is we're going to focus on windmills first of all. We're going to get some windmills going, metal, and at the same time we're going to scrounge up some cows. I'm going to get some cows going and start to collect some cows anyway. Start to throw some cows in here. We already got 1 cow, which is nice. But we definitely want some more. Some chickens. Chickens you need at the end. So they're used for eggs, and I think eggs are used for like either the second last or the last stage of food, because we're building up for level 6, but there's still level 7 and level 8 beyond that, which is a lot of stuff. Come on. Where's my guy? He's got to be... Oh, that's what I was going to do. We're going to make a skateboard, weren't we? Skateboard. That's pretty easy to make, actually. We just needed to unlock it. Sorry. And then good backpack. And probably get that super backpack. Pharmacy. Oh, that needs 10k love. Alright, never mind. Yeah, we can get a good backpack. get some more tool slots. Not that we've really been using our tool slots anymore too much, but getting those will be nice. I mean, I don't think we're going to accomplish much for the rest of the stream. We'll just be setting down a bit of infrastructure, ticking along with the research, getting it to the point where these guys are actually processing the 1k love in the research station instead of the 100 love, which is going to take a little while, but yeah, 58, that's good enough for another 5k research, which I'm happy with. Okay, before I go and get off another cow, let's go ahead and we can actually make box frames now, so we can probably get the skateboard upgrade and the backpack upgrade. So let's start with this guy first. No, that's just a sign. That's not a good sign. Alright, beautiful. Let's go ahead and start working on windmills. Power technology, crude gear. Pretty sure you can make that over here. So we need 2 planks. One for the skateboard and one for the crude gear. And this one's only 5k as well, so we should be able to do that using the old love. And then let's get some crude wheels going. Yeah, so if you're going to build a vehicle, don't build a wheelbarrow, build a skateboard. It's funny that we need 1 plank for the actual skateboard, but we need 8 planks for all of the wheels of the skateboard. I'm not sure that makes much sense, but it is what it is. Oh, sorry. We need another 2, don't we? Wood, the forestry is starting to look a little bit janky. When you don't see any trees, any fully grown trees, that usually means your field is too small. So we might... Okay. So let's just drop that. Let's take that off, drop it, take that, equip it. Alright, so now we're going a lot faster. And this can get chucked in the Great Stone Head. Now, next is going to be our backpack upgrade. Alright, backpack upgrade. I don't think you make it in here, do you? Oh, you do. Alright. Alright, box frame time. It's going to need another one of these structural workbenches, which we have a few of. What is this anyway? Flagstone flooring. Do you even have a speed boost? You do not. Where do we get a... Oh, we don't get a good road for a while. That one requires full-on bricks, so not going to worry about that. Cancel. No, it's just... Okay, this is a structural workbench. We want a good workbench. Do I have one of those? I do not. I'm getting lost. The good workbench and the structural workbench, they just look so much. No, it is. We did need a structural workbench. I'm just lost because I was looking for the backpack and I should have been looking for the other thing. The box frame. Alright, box frame. It's still not there. Okay, it's box frame. Please tell me you actually unlock this. Construction technology, 20k. Alright. So, it's just, this game is just going to tease me with the backpack. It's just going to absolutely tease me. We need another research, but it's a research that we can actually see, that we can actually look at. Alright, beautiful. Alright, let's continue our search for more cows. You are a cow, and you're a sheep. We don't need any more sheep. I mean, more sheep might be useful, but I'm not worried at the moment. I mean, if we have a look, 25 out of 25 fleece, we're doing pretty good. We got lots of dung here, so we can convert that to fertilizer later on. Start fertilizing these crops, get a huge yield out of them. Oh, while we're here, we can just get that stuff. Come here, cow. I love how you just pick them up and then just run around with them over your head. It's just absolutely hilarious. And you can see the cow's legs are kind of just... It's a bit hard to see, but the cow's legs are just going crazy while you're running around with it. If we just stop... Yeah, look at that. The cow's legs are just absolutely going mental. The rest of it's still, but the cow's legs are just absolutely going mental. Okay. Wish I didn't have to delay the stream because usually I'd be done by 7 and I'm starting to feel quite sleepy. Come on, cow. Stop moving around and let me pick you up. Alright, so that's 4 cows. Now we did actually just do some livestock research. That allows us to do hay bale, barn. Barn is useful for breeding cows. You can put 2 cows into it and a whole bunch of hay, and it pops out 3 cows. So that's how you get more of them. I don't think we... Although having said that, I needed like 100 cows in my enlightenment run to get enough milk. So I'm not sure exactly how much we actually require, how many cows. We may need like a good 20 cows because, I mean, this butter stuff is really, really painful. And I'll explain what I mean here. So, for example, this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, okay, so a berry pie, 1 berry pie requires 3 pastry, 3 pastry requires 2 butter. There's 4. So 3, 2, 4, which basically means that you need 24 milk for 1 food. And when you get up to the next level, it gets even worse because it's 3. It's cake batter. How do you make cake batter again? Oh, that's a little bit better because it only requires 1. It's about the same. You require 1 butter here, and you require 3 of it. With fleece flour and 2. So it actually gets a little bit better because you actually require less butter, but then you require eggs and honey and all this other sort of stuff. But yeah, 24 milk for 1 food for our next level of food. That's a very, very, very painful ratio. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we might as well start off a guy doing this because it's really not that hard. Cow milker, and we'll build up a lot of milk because why not? Actually, this may be one of those things where I have a local cache. Well, we can make butter up here, and then we can get the cooking guy to drag and we can make the pastry over here, and then it's not too far. Okay. I think this bucket is definitely closer, so we'll get you to do that. If hands empty, and I can't believe we are still using level 1 buckets. It is just a travesty. All right. Let's go ahead and milk this cow. We haven't unlocked a proper milking station, but we probably won't unlock that until held object full. Till held object empty. And that'll just be fine because eventually this will just get full up and then he'll be stuck there. All right. Animals. And that's actually surprisingly easy. I say it's surprisingly easy because we are going to run into problems later on where we just don't have enough milk. It doesn't matter what we do, we are going to start running desperately low on milk. So, on the surface, it looks very easy. We could start making butter, but I mean, butter is not too hard. Other than the fact that you just need tons of milk and you start to run out of milk, butter is not hard. Butter is just a butter churn. Usually I mute the microphone to stop myself from coughing. Tonight I'm muting it to stop myself from yawning. Oh, bloody oath. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry. This is way down the line. All of this stuff is not stuff we need to worry about now. I think metal. I think we need to make a focus on metal. And, yeah, get metal going. Now, we could start building the metal here if we really wanted to. It's a more centralized location. But having said that, what do we need metal for? We are going to use it for making bots, and bots is here. So I feel like, okay, maybe this isn't a bad place to put metal. We're going to have to move our building area somewhere else, but I'm fine with that. We can move the building area up here. It's not too far away. Alright, so we've got some windmills. Let's just move the building area. Let's just do it. There's nothing really good up here anyway that we do. Okay. Okay. We're going to have to move all of these, but... Oh, we can do that. Done. Done. That's a thing of beauty. I don't usually do that, because I don't usually remember to do that, but yeah, that's definitely a thing of beauty. That'll make the sand a little bit faster as well. The stone maybe a little bit faster. Alright. Now, let's go to our landscape, our turf. And we're going to clean this area up a little bit. And I know we're going to start making windmills. And we could make the giant water wheels. And the giant water wheels are pretty awesome. Oh, God. We can't actually make... These require box frames. I knew they required box frames. It is going to stretch my need to not have more builder robots to the absolute limit. But I think we've just got no choice. We're going to have to create more builder robots. Having said that, 174 out of 300, and we've already done, what, 62.5% of the game? Something like that. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Although metal's not going to take a huge amount of bots. I mean, we're just making the core materials, and then we're going to change all of the metal tools that we make. We'll just destroy the existing guys making tools because they won't be needed anymore. We'll repurpose them to start making the new tools. Yeah. And this poor builder, just in the middle of nowhere, doesn't know what to do. Well, we can't do anything about box frames yet. What are you doing? Are you done? Oh yes, of course you did. You're done. Construction technology. I guess we do this, because there was a couple of things. I think, was that buckets that was hidden behind construction technology as well? I mean, it's kind of a moot point as well, because no, it's construction technology 6 we're doing, and then 7 is the buckets. I don't know why did they put buckets so late in the game. I have no idea. But anyway, we'll get this stuff. At least the triangle frames are just annoying because they're used in like 2 or 3 different things. But yeah, box frames, I mean, we kind of need them for toys as well. So the fact that we have to make them for windmills doesn't really hurt. And I think at this point we're going to need so many windmills that we're going to need a builder for box frames. We're going to need a builder for good gears. But yeah, these windmills, they're going to bankrupt our wood production. But then again, once we got windmills, we can start using them to make bench saws. And once we get bench saws going, then our woodworking is going to be so much more efficient. So it kind of solves itself. It's kind of. Alright. Alright. We are out of love in the chest. That's beautiful, that's beautiful. Alright. Love collector. You're going to switch over to picking up the 1K. That should switch over this chest. Oh, we have to manually switch it over, but that's okay. And now the actual researcher is just going to be automatically moving on to the next level of love. Goes from 600 to 1.6k instantly. Very, very nice. Very nicely done. So yeah, well, we said we had two things. We said we had milk, and we said we had metal. So the milk is kind of taken care of for now. We got 4 cows. We're doing a little bit of milking, got a little bit of this built up. We can get some more cows later on, but unless we start collecting up 20 cows right now, I think eventually we are going to run out of milk, but we'll just leave that for now. That's a way later in the future problem. I want to start getting a head start on metal. I think we'll spend the rest of the episode just sort of... Get out of the way, please. We'll spend the rest of the episode sort of planning out what we're going to do about metal. Getting some metal builds started. So... Having said that, we can't really do much because we didn't actually do the research to get the metal. Having said that, this will go fast now. Now that we're using the 1k love instead of the 100 love, this will go fast. And we can switch over to doing the metal. So let's go ahead. Basic smelting requires 1 metal ore. And then crude metal tools, bench saw will be the next couple that we want. We may go for brickworks as well just to get the good buckets, but I think we'll just go straight for the better buckets. So give me some metal ore, please. And we'll just park that over there. And yeah. So can we start making some charcoal? No, we need the furnace. Okay, so we can't do that. Right. Yeah, we're just waiting for this stuff, waiting for research. Let's go ahead and stop this guy. Flooring will... Thank you very much. All I wanted to do was just cancel you so I can get all that... Oh, there we go. We got all of it back. That'll save us a little bit of time in the future when we suddenly have a drought of wood and planks and stuff like that. I thought that was another plank, but it's actually the wooden flooring. Thank God the wooden flooring doesn't require planks. Because, I mean, they look very similar to each other, but that would have been so painful if actually making a wooden flooring just required a plank. Alright, clean those up. Yeah, it's going very fast at the moment. You are a chimney. I might need you later, but I definitely don't need you now. So Was there a bit of sand on top of there as well? I think the sand just got disintegrated. Alright. We can go ahead and we can start working on box frames now. Get one of those set up. Because, I mean, look, we're going to need windmills, so we're going to... what's your deal? Oh, you're the chimney guys. You are the chimney makers. Well, you guys definitely don't need to be there anymore. We can drag you out of this group and repurpose you for something else. Alright. Make a square frame. So we're just going to do the same old thing here. Till hands full. Times 3 until not empty. Box make a square frame, and then so it's not just the square frame, it's the fact that this requires 4 poles and 8 fixing pegs. That's a huge drain on our fixing peg storage. It's just this is why we constantly run out of wood, because you just get stuff like this happening where you just suddenly just using up so many pegs. Right. Box maker poles, box maker pegs, and I really should be doing more research, but I'm getting distracted as always. Really should be actually researching the metal stuff. Probably should have kicked that off immediately, but by the time I'm finished this sentence, it will be done. Done. Alright, that one's only 10k, so that one should be relatively quick. Oh, I really feel like it'll be good because we skipped Mark II bots, the 3rd level of bots, so it'd be good to get the next level of bots. Having said that, we don't get them this tier. We have to go up to the next tier. So that'll be a little bit while, but once we do get them, that will be so worth it. And I mean, they are, well, let's put it this way, they're reasonably cheap once you've got metal on the go. Like rivets, metal gears just require, everything just requires crude metal plate. There's none of this square frame panel related stuff. There is some of it. There's some crazy metal things later on, like metal girders that require 8 metal plates and 4 rivets. But these are only used for buildings and stuff. They're not used for bots. The firebox, I don't think that's used for anything. This boilers and fireboxes, I think they're used for trains. There's no way we're going to use trains. So it's all reasonably simple stuff to make the bots. It's very, very simple stuff. So once we got metal fully going, it should be easy to just upgrade all of our level Mark 1 bots to Mark 3, so our level 2 bots to level... Don't ask me, it's very confusing. Like, these are the second bots you get, but they're Mark 1s. Because the first bots you get are Mark 0. Ugh. Alright, I definitely needed that drink. Alright, so we got some boxes. These guys are just missing box frames, so we'll go builder boxes. Well, we're gonna need to do this, so we might as well do it. Hands full. Because we need a lot of windmills. Like, well, maybe not a lot, but we do need a fair bit. I want to have a nice little power grid out in the corner of the base, probably somewhere up here. We just fill it full of windmills, and we can just absolutely send power wherever we want, for the woodworking, for the metal workshop, Later on, I think we might even need it for some cooking. And we may start putting little bits of windmills here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be just one big grid that we just string power poles to our base. Which is good because it allows for fluctuations, like because windmills provide power and then they need to sort of slowly build that power back up, and you may have buildings that don't run all the time. So if you've got like 2 windmills in one building, it could have more than enough power 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time it might not have enough power because it's just only running at that point, and at that point it needs 3 windmills when it's actually running. But the rest of the time, because it's running so infrequently, the rest of the time it doesn't need any windmills. So having its own little grid, that means those 3 windmills are wasted for an extremely long period of time. So if you have one grid, then it sort of evens out a lot more. Which makes sense. It's not like if you play Factorio, you don't have 2 separate power grids, you just have one grid. And it just powers everything. Because it just makes so much sense. So we'll probably do the same thing here. It does mean you do need a lot of extra power poles, but that's fine. Alright, so we need good wheels and string and good gears. Have I mentioned that I'm just very tired of Autonauts? I mean, I was tired of Autonauts when I started this series, to be honest. I just got 1 achievement left and I just really want to get it done. But once we get it done, I don't think I'm ever going to play Autonauts again. What do we want here? There was a dairy farming. We might as well get this, because that was a better bucket, even though we're not going to make it, because we said we were going to get straight for the metal one. But I'll get it anyway, because why not? And I can't get any of the metal tools or anything like that because we actually need to make metal. I could have sworn I picked up some sand. I'm absolutely losing my brain here. Please, sand. Thank you. Thank you very much. And look at that. It's dead again. Woodworking is dead again. As soon as we started making boxes, everything just died again. Oh, another SMS. Wonderful. Why are people sending me SMSs this late at night? I have no idea. It's all companies and stuff, but yeah. Alright. Well, we can start actually making some metalworking stuff. So, first of all, we're going to start with a couple of these. I think we need one to make the charcoal, and then another one to make the actual metal in. And they require clay. Do I have a builder for clay? I'm guessing I don't. Builder for clay. You know what? I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one. Here, you're not doing anything useful. So another good thing about moving the building thing over here. It's a little bit closer to the clay. Go away. Till hands full. Alright. What we might do to finish this off is we'll just get the rest of these done, like good gears, good wheels, and string. Well, we're already making string. And this is, it may seem like a waste to get a builder for string, but we're going to need a lot of power poles. Like a huge amount of power. We're just going to be building tons of them, so... I'm still kind of in enlightenment mode. In enlightenment mode, I need a ton of them, but we're still going to need some amount of them. So I feel like it's worth a builder. And then for the good wheel and the good string, the good wheel and the good gears as well. I think good gears you need for toys, some sort of toys as well. Not sure. That's fine. Probably gonna have to expand this area a little bit. I'm not sure how to make them. Okay. Good wheel and good gears. So if we do that, we can put you there, and then we could make another wood shaping bench, which we'll put over here so that people will actually build it. And of course it requires a crank, which I think we make using a structural workbench, which we can't make anymore because I got rid of the last unused one. Yep. Brickworks. That was surprisingly quick. Yeah, we still can't do any metal related ones, so let's just start ticking things off. Give me a box. You can't give me a box. Of course, because we're out of pegs. I totally called that. Let's just keep research ticking off. What were we making before? Alright, it's making this. Alright, crude blade, which I'm pretty sure I didn't make a builder for. And then the crank. 2 poles. I will take that. I'll take that one as well. It feels a bit weird, like I'm sort of stealing from these bots half the time, because they're like so desperate to pick up that peg, and I'm just like, nah, it's mine. Alright. Of course that means we don't have a spare one of these to do related things, but oh man, we're going to start using so many bots to make these. I really don't like it. I really don't like the fact that we're just using so many bots to make these guys, but we have to. We need so many windmills. We just... Having said that, we're reusing bots that we already had doing other useless things, so anyway. I'm not even going to put a times on this guy. GW maker. Thanks. Poles. And of course pegs, because everything in the entire world uses pegs. And let's actually kick research off straight away. Clothing and technology, I don't know what that is, but we'll give you a wall blanket and you can continue ticking along. When it comes to research, once you've got everything set up properly, it's mainly the time. That's the bottleneck, is just time. So the longer you don't have research running, the longer it takes to finish all the research. Which is kind of obvious when you think about it, but is the main limiting factor. Yeah. This is going to be annoying. Alright. Maybe it's time for me to make a disc. I've been talking a little bit about making a disc for a while, and I never kind of made a disc. Because I just started using the bot database. But in this situation, I think a disc would be very helpful. So we're going to go make a disc, and we're going to put that... We can get rid of these shears. God, we don't need these shears anymore. Because, yeah, I want to copy a bot's program, but I don't want to actually put that bot into the database, because that's a bit too much. So we're just going to go ahead and make a disk. And I know I've already got a disk over there somewhere else, but I want a good disk. I don't want a crap disk. I don't know what the difference is between them, but I guess this one just stores more data, whatever. And the reason we're going to do this is because we can copy Mr. Builder Pegs. Get over here. So you control left click and that copies the program. You come over here. We're going to give you this program, and then this program already has the command to pick up pegs from this storage. Stop. Actually, maybe that's not the one we want to copy. Damn it. Alright. Well, we can just pick up the peg anyway. And then we can use that to actually do this. Okay. GW maker pegs. Done. And we may go a little bit long because I really just want to get these guys. Oh, look at that. 6 pegs and a panel. Who decided that was a good idea? Where am I? Alright, we're going to pick up a peg. Please let me pick up a peg from somewhere. Get over here. We're out of poles as well. Of course we're out of poles. We're just out of everything in this bloody game. Alright, anyway. No, don't go off yet. Come back. Just because I gave you a program doesn't mean I want you to run it yet. Alright. There we go. GG maker pigs. Okay. Now you can go off and be happy. Please tell me I didn't already make good gears anywhere else. I don't think I did. No, these guys are just doing other stuff. And then you are going to be repeat until how wonderful. Another use for panels. As if we needed one more. And now I would... Look, let's put it this way. Now... What are you doing? Maker pulse. You 5 need to go into the woodworking group. You also need to go in the woodworking group. You 3 need to go into the builder group. And then we just need builders for these 2, which we can't do yet because we haven't actually made any of them because we are so abysmally low on pegs. Alright. We could probably just create another mechanical frame saw, because we probably just need another one of these each for poles and pegs. That's probably the big thing that we need. I'm kind of holding off on that because we're reasonably close to the proper bench saws. Which I think is going to be the main focus of our next episode, is going to be making these bench saws. Having said that, if we have a look, it is upgraded from a mechanical frame saw. So you grab it and then you just add all this stuff and it becomes a bench saw. So yeah, if we have a look, it doesn't actually show you the different recipes, the different ways you can get the panel. That's annoying. But anyway, yeah, you can get it, a ton of them. You get 3 to 1 from using the bench saw. It is awesome. But it requires power. So that'll be the very first thing. I think next episode is going to be... We're not even going to push the research too much. We're just going to let the research run. We're going to be pushing metal. We're going to be pushing the bench saws. And I think, you know what? We'll get a couple of mechanical frame saws. Just to sort of get these two going. Because, yeah, I mean, look. This is full, these two are empty. So clearly we need some more mechanical frame saws. But we'll do that at the start of next episode, and then we will also, yeah, get some new bench saws, get some metal going, and maybe even, no, we won't get next level bots, but we'll start working on tools. We'll get some metal buckets. Did we unlock the good bucket? I feel like we unlocked the good bucket. We did. We did unlock the good bucket. We may never make it. We may just go straight to the metal buckets. Because we should be able to get crude metal plates next episode. Yeah. So that'll be the next episode. It'll be all metal, all power, all go, everything beautiful. And we've actually got a good gear. But I'll get a builder for that next episode. Alright, thank you very much for watching the episode, everybody. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later.